everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Your Competitive Edge with Baird Warner. I'm Lauren Walker. I am Senior Director of Strategy here at Inman. And today is a conversation that maps to our theme month at Inman, which is luxury real estate, which is why I'm absolutely thrilled to welcome two luxury experts to the studio with us today. We've got Ann Rossley and Carol Crofton. Thank you so much, both of you, for being here.
Thank you, Lauren, so much for having us. Great to be here.
I'm so glad because we've got a little conversation that we're going to have about luxury selling secrets. And I know that kind of makes it sound a little clickbaity, but the fact is there's a lot of things that folks don't know about luxury real estate, and we're hoping to share some of that information today. So why don't we get started? Anne, would you do a brief introduction of yourself?
Sure. I have been in real estate since 1987, and I have been doing luxury business really for the past 10 years. I live in downtown Chicago, and that's really the epicenter of my business.
Excellent. Thank you. Carol, how about you?
Sure. I have been in the real estate business for over 20 years, and I am the managing broker of the Hinsdale Baird Warner office, and I reside in Hinsdale as well.
Fantastic. Fellow Midwesterner right here. Glad to be here. So let's get started and talk about what makes luxury different. Real estate is a big bucket. There's a lot of different aspects to it, but why is luxury so unique? Carol, would you start us off with that?
Absolutely. Catering to the needs of unique and sophisticated clientele. The agent needs to build a rapport and develop a relationship. And I think that goes across all market segments as well. But focusing on the luxury market segment, it's building up that trust and rapport and being not just the real estate agent, but being the real estate advisor.
Yeah, I would go along with that. I would say too that by definition, a luxury home means that these clients are living in the finest homes with the finest accoutrements, and they expect the finest service. Now, that means responding quickly, giving them the best marketing opportunities available, and really having terrific sales skills.
Excellent. And I think, Carol, you mentioned this is very similar across verticals, but luxury seems to have. Talk to me about the sales cycle. Is that any different? Is that a factor that you guys take into consideration for luxury?
Oh, absolutely. And I think determining the analytics of the market is integral to whether it be proper price points, but actually knowing that market segment and knowing what other properties you're competing against is pivotal in the price point. And developing that, again, knowing the analytics, going back, I'm an analytics person, and I think that the function of our markets is you have to know your analytics to market the property properly. So the result is going to be a higher sales price with a shorter market time if the agent is on task and preparing the home to market properly, including, again, from taking it from listing to sale, including pre-marketing as far as whether it be staging, photography, promotion on the property.
My experience in the sales cycle is that the pre-marketing phase of the cycle tends to be longer and more involved in the luxury market than it does in lower price points, because the luxury buyer who buys that luxury home is very particular. We need to have that property tip top. The other thing is luxury buyers don't tend to be cyclical in the sales cycle of the year. We'll see more of an even sales cycle. For example, they're not buying their home and moving in the summer as much, for example, as the people who are buying their first home with their children.
Thank you. That makes a lot of sense and helps to kind of set this apart a little bit. I'm wondering, Anne, would you share a little bit about what positions Baird and Warner to deliver all of these things that you're talking about for luxury?
Well, sure, there are many things. I would say the three top would be Luxury Portfolio International is the group that we belong to that really sets our properties apart. And Luxury Portfolio is the organization for the top independent companies across the world, and there are 220 of them. And we have luxury listings, we have luxury materials. It's really a wonderful wonderful group to be associated with. So that's just one.
Okay.
Carol, you want to talk about luxury living a little bit?
Sure. Luxury living is the Baird Warner brand that basically bridges the gap between Luxury Portfolio International and properties that are less than $1 million. We start our luxury living program at $750,000, and the promotion on the homes that are in that category are done with all of the resources and marketing that Baird Warner does in conjunction with our agents and promotion of the properties. And to Ann's point, so Luxury Portfolio International is the luxury division of leading real estate companies of the world. Leading real estate companies of the world extends the reach of Baird Warner, not just nationally, but internationally. There are over 150,000 agents in 70 countries. And as Ann had mentioned, we have 220 affiliate independent brokerages across the world that participate. So it allows the luxury seller the capabilities of promoting their property, not just to a national audience, but to an international audience.
That seems pretty critical to me. And so that really helps elevate Baird Warner as a luxury service organization. I'm wondering, we've probably got some folks watching who have been selling kind of traditional residential real estate and might be thinking, how do I level up? How do I move into working with luxury clients? Would you guys speak to that, Carol? Why don't you continue?
Sure. Well, you know what? It's one thing to say you want to get into that market segment, and then it is another to actually perform and have the experience to do so. Right from the get-go, I would say the most important function is to build a solid foundation in your real estate career. You need to work with the fundamentals and getting that foundation and experiencing the market share across the board, not just with luxury. So again, but it's working that market segment and knowing the market segment. So you need to actually be able to get into those properties and again, know your market share. So, and I know Ann deals with it on a day in, day out basis because that is primarily her market share as well. So Ann, if you want to add to that.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say that that's exactly how I got into it. Is I just developed a good, solid business before I went forward. To get into the market, you have to be playing in the market, so to speak, before you try to be in the market. You don't want to cut your teeth until you really understand the marketplace, understand what the buyer and seller in the luxury market is looking for. And then you have to have the wherewithal to provide it. You have to be able to commit your financial and time resources to getting that property sold for those sellers.
So what is available to in-house at Baird & Warner that's going to help an agent move into luxury? Can you speak to that?
Well, you want to go first, Carol?
Or? Go ahead, Ann, please.
I'll just say one of the things that I think Baird Warner has that's absolutely critical, and they do probably better than anybody else, is the training. If you're going to have a solid real estate career that'll launch you into luxury, it's not just learning how to write a contract. It is learning all phases of the real estate sale, learning how to comport yourself, and then being there for the client with all the resources necessary to get the job done. And so the training that they offer, the materials that they offer, and the collegial teamwork kind of atmosphere that we enjoy here at Baird & Warner all contribute to the luxury success.
Carol, how about you? What's in place internally for Baird & Warner that helps agents move into luxury?
Sure. Well, each of our offices, our managing brokers are non-compete managing brokers, and our goal is to develop relationships with our agents and to be leaders for our agents and to provide ongoing training, accountability sessions, coaching to help them achieve their career path to success. And whether that be, again, kind of cross markets, but I mean, we're dealing with the luxury end right now, providing the resources, technology, and training on an ongoing daily basis, because it doesn't stop with procuring the listing. It's ongoing with the marketing that we need to do in order to get the property sold. and exposed to the proper market share.
Fabulous. All right. This is my favorite question as we wrap up. Carol, I'm going to stay with you.
Sure.
What do you wish you knew when you got into not just real estate, but luxury real estate? What do you wish you knew?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is knowing that you're going to be building a rapport and relationship with your clients. It's making a difference in their lives. I mean, dealing with them is not just the home purchase, but the entire package. It could be, a change in lifestyle from them. You really get to develop that rapport and relationship. Also having a great mentor and role model to help you navigate through the process is probably the most important takeaway that I can give.
I love that. All right, Anne, you're up. What do you wish you knew?
I thought I'd reach this stage where I knew it all and I had the world by the tail and it would be a piece of cake. Always be learning, always be learning. I'm always, honing my sales skills, learning a new technology, applying a new strategy, and it's constant problem solving. There is no such thing as a cookie cutter solution because after all, every property is unique. So, and it's a long game. We don't just do transaction to transaction. People are transitioning in their lives, and what we do today is building our careers for the future. So I think that's what I was surprised by or didn't expect.
I love that. And I think this whole series is such a testament to how Baird Warner has built this culture of learning and to, keep growing and keep getting better and keep refining your skills. So I think that makes a lot of sense. Well, thank you both for being here and sharing your secrets with the world here on Facebook.
Our pleasure.
Really appreciate your time and your expertise.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.